Okay, now 是谁，我是谁，他是谁, these are all who questions. How do we answer these who questions? Very, very easy only. So what do we do? So normally, this is a good golden rule for you to learn actually when it comes to what do you call that? Mandarin language. So normally in Mandarin, what happens is very, very simple. You have the question here. So 你是谁? Which one of it means who? Is it 你 or 是 or 谁? Which one?
谁
谁? 对, 谁 means who, correct? So 你 means you. 是 means what? Anyone remember?
To be verb.
To be verb. Or you can say is, am, or are, if you remember last week. So let's look at it. So is, are, or am. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, so 你是谁? If you directly translate it, it means you are who. You are who. Now the golden rule when it comes to Mandarin is that when you have the question, so you know 你是谁? 谁 is a question. 谁 means who. The golden rule is that when you have the question, what you do is you replace the question with the answer. Very, very straightforward. You replace the question with the answer. So what does that mean? So for example, here you can see 你是谁?你是谁? So what can you reply with? You can say 你 means you, right? So I'm asking you, right? So what should you reply with? You should reply with 我是 Ayesha. 我是 Ayesha, like that. Very straightforward, right? So the question, you replace it with the answer. That is one of the golden rules when it comes to Mandarin. Very, very simple, very, very straightforward. Okay. All right. Now, before we move on, let's do a bit of an exercise around the class. All right. So let's hear you guys practicing your intonation. Mainly, I want to hear your intonation. I want to hear like if you're pronouncing it correctly. All right. So what you will do is that we will go around the class and then we will introduce a person before us, and then we ask who am I? Then you reply back, I am your name. Okay. So for example, so before me, let's say it's Teacher Chow just now, right? So I say, 他是 Teacher Chow. 我是谁?我是 Ayesha. Okay, and the next person goes. Right? So again, the same practice as we have done previously, we will go by alphabetical order, so everyone will get a chance to speak, all right? Okay? So let me start again, okay? 他是 Teacher Chow. 我是谁?我是 Ayesha. Okay, next one, Azila.
他是谁我是
Hey, you
Azila
have to say first. You have to say who first.
这他是
他 means what?
他
What does 他
kamu
means?
他 is
他 is he, right? He or she, right? So
他
是
是 Ayesha
yes. am
我
I?
是 Azila
我是谁? And then only answer the question. So 我是谁?我是 Azila. Try again.
我是谁我是 Azila
Next one. Hamada.
他是 Azila. 我是谁？我是 Hamada.
很好. Okay, next one. Hana Sophia.
他是哈密达，我是Hana。
我是 Hana.
我是 Hana。
很好. Okay, Kidiada.
他是 Hana. 我是谁？我是 Kidi.
很好. Next one, Nazila.
他是 Kidi. 我是谁？我是 Nazila.
很好，下一个人 Shakira。
他是 Nazila 我是谁？我是 Shakira
很好，下一个人 Sham。Sham。OK， 下一个人 Siri。OK， Sham。
他是 Azila。
他是 Shakira， 好吗？
Shakira。我是 Sham。
我是谁？
我是谁上
Try again. Full sentence, please.
大是 Shakira，
Mm-hmm.
我是我我是
我是
我是谁
谁
谁？我
？Try
是
again.
谁上？我是
Full
谁上？
sentence. 我是谁？我是 Sham.
我是谁上？
我是谁 ？One sentence. The next sentence is
我
我是 Sham.
我是谁？我是 Sham。
很好。下一个人
Okay.
Siri.
他是 Sham，我是谁？我是 Agila。
很好，谢谢你，Agila. Okay, that is all for today. Very good. So now we all know 你是谁，我是谁，他是谁 is a form of question, right? Then there's another one. Remember the plural form? So 你 means you. So if I want to say you guys, what is the word? 你
们
对，很好。Us
我们
对，them
他们
他们对，很好。So if you want to ask who are they, who are we, who are you guys, the same concept. Subject 是谁 So 你们 is a subject. 是谁 is the question. Okay? So 你们是谁我们是谁他们是谁 That's how you use it. Okay? So again, remember, if you want to ask someone who they are, you can just take this part, 你们 replace it with whatever you're talking about. So for example, let's say you never met Teacher Chow before. Let's say this is the first time you guys met Teacher Chow, but you never met her yet. You just heard about her. So what happens is that someone tells you what Teacher Chow. Oh, Teacher Chow, she's from Edu Mandarin. Then you kind of just go like, who is Teacher Chow? Then you can just say, Teacher Chow 是谁 Teacher Chow 是谁 Very simple, right? So again, subject 你们 is the subject 是 the question, okay? 谁你们是谁 Okay, come guys, repeat after me. 你们是谁
你们是
谁
谁？
我们是谁
我
们是
谁？
他们是谁
他们是谁？
非常好 Very good. Now let's learn a bit more nouns so that you guys can answer this a bit more differently. Alright, so let's repeat after me. 老师
老
师
老师 means teacher, okay? Or cikgu. Anyone who is a teacher to you, regardless in any form or manner. So this could include your primary school teacher, your high school teacher, your middle school teacher. As a matter of fact, even your lecturers in your university, you can use 老师 because 老师 just means someone who is old and someone with experience who can teach people. 老师, that's a direct translation. I'm not saying all teachers are old. I'm just saying that's a direct translation. Okay? But 老师 in itself directly translate to teacher. So you can use it literally to anyone who has taught you something. You can call the fellow a teacher. 老师. Okay? Now, next one. The student, the word for student, let's repeat after me. 学生对，学生 means student 学生 means student means murid means pelajar also can, murid pelajar also can. So 学生 just means student. Okay. So next one, your classmates. Your classmate meaning people who are sharing a class with you. So technically, you guys are everyone's classmates in this classroom right now. So what is the word? The word is 同学. Let's repeat after me. 同学对，同学很好。Now let's move on to the next word. So if you're working already, you have other colleagues, right? What is the word? The word is 同事. Let's repeat after me. 同事非常好。Very good. So now notice or not, 同学 and 同事, the word 同 is actually the same. If you notice, it is the same word. So 同 means together. It doesn't mean together. You cannot use it standalone to mean together, but it does mean together. So now let's look at the word again. 同学 again, I told you 同 is the same word, right? You can notice this is the same word. You can see the same pinyin, the same what do you call that? The intonation is all the same. Now look at this 学. Do you notice this 学 and this 学生 is the same word? You notice? That's because 学 means study. Okay? 学 means study. All right, so 同学 really means you study together. Okay? You study together. You study the same like that. Okay? You study the same. That's why you can use it for your classmates. So technically, If someone asks you, okay, now again, let's look at our participants list, our students in this class. So let's say you have what do you call? You have Hamada in this class. Hamada in this class. Okay. So let's say Hana Sophia. You can if someone asks you, hey Hana Sophia, Hamada 是谁? Again, I'm going back to our question just now. Hamada, subject, right? Hamada 是谁? So Hana Sophia, you can reply, oh, Hamada 是同学。
同学。
对 ，not 同行，同学。Try again.
同学。
对，同学，非常好。So that's how you can reply, okay? So if someone asks you some about, let's say Azila. So how do you say? How do you reply, Hamada? You can say Azila 是同学 classmate. Okay? All right. So same thing goes to your colleagues. So let's say you're asking about your colleague, Mr. A. Mr. A 是谁? You can say Mr. A 是同事 your colleague, someone who's working with you. Okay? All right. Now the word for everyone, is 大家. Let's repeat after me. 大家.
大家。
对，大家 means everyone. Now the word 大, we learned this before, it means big, right? 家 actually means house. So technically 大家 means big house. But again, when you put two words together of different meanings, doesn't mean directly what it means, okay? It means something else. So in this case, it means everyone. So again, remember how do we say hello?
你好。
大家好。
对，你好. So if you want to say hello everyone, what can you say?
你好，大家。
大家好。
大家好. Okay, very good. I heard someone say 你好，大家. Now let me explain to you why is that not the case. All right, so now let's look at it. Now, can you guys see the screen? 你好. Remember the word 你好? Yeah. Now, notice between 你 and 好, which one is the subject? Is it 你 or 好? It's 你, right? 你 means you, correct? So if you want to say hello everyone, you should replace the 你 with 大家. It only makes sense to replace the same word type, the same word type with a different word. Okay, so for example, just now we learned 你是谁 versus 你们是谁. Do you notice it is the same location? 你 and 你们 is in the same location. So same thing goes here. You have 你好, 你 is in front. Therefore, 大家 replaces 你. 大家好. Again, let's look at it. 你, what does 你 means? 你 means you, right? Anyone knows what does 好 means?
Good.
Good, very good. So really what it means is you good. You good, but it means hello. 你好, it means you good, but we'll use it. It means hello. Now, technically, what you say here, when you say 你好, it's not just hello. It means hello in bracket you. Okay, because you already implied that I'm talking to you. 你. All right, so 大家好 means, what does it mean? It means hello, and then in bracket, not in bracket anymore because it's 大家 already. Hello, everyone. Okay, or everybody else. Okay, very good one. Okay, understand? 可以哈? Very good. All right, so now we know. So now, let's look at it again. If you want to answer this, 你是谁? How do you answer this? You can say 我是 always remember 你 is you. So you have to reply with 我. So if you guys ask me 你是谁, I can say 我是老师. 我是老师. Okay? So if I ask myself 我是谁, I can also say 我是 Ayesha, because I can be more than just a teacher, right? I can be Ayesha also, right? Right? So now that is how you answer the question. Again, like I said just now, the golden rule of like replying a question is that in Mandarin, you take the question, you replace it with the answer. Therefore, what you have to the to this question, like for example, 他是谁, would be the exact same structure. 他是同学. 他是学生. 他是老师. So again, take the question, replace it with the answer. Okay, again, if you ask with a 你, then you have to reply with a 我. Okay, can All right, so now let's have everyone read the words on the screen right now. All right, so let's repeat after me. 你是老师.
你
你是老师。
Next one. 我是学生.
我是学生。
很好. 他是同学.
他是同学。
非常好. Okay, very clear, very straightforward, right? All right. So let's just remember again. I'm going to repeat that rule so that you guys don't forget. 你是谁? Take the question, replace it with the answer. 你 change it to 我. Okay. All right. So again, you can also use this question 你是谁 to answer with your name, because 谁 means who, and again, you can answer it whatever you want as long as it describes who you are. As long as it describes who you are. Okay. All right. So now let's go about it again and look at our hello. Now, 你好 again means hello. 你们好 also means hello. 您好 also means hello. Everything literally means hello. But in English, it's up to you if you want to define if it means hello everyone, hello you guys, hello, just hello. But in Mandarin, it doesn't work that way. Just because in English you say hello doesn't mean you use 你好 for everything. You have to look at your audience. You have to know who you're speaking to. So let's say you're speaking to a crowd of people. What do you use? You use 大家好. Okay? Let's say if you're just speaking to your friend, what do you use? You can just say 你好, just one friend. If you just use one friend, you can just use 你好. Let's say you are talking to 3 of your friends and then you met your 3 of your friends for the first time, then you can say 你们好. Why? Because 你们 means you guys, right? So just like how I said just now, in English, 很好. In English, you can use hello for everything. But in Mandarin, you have to look at your audience. You have to know who you're speaking to. Okay? All right. Very good. Just remember that. Now, again, if you're using it towards someone that you feel like you need to be polite with, use 您好. Okay, now let's repeat after me. 您好.
您好.
很好. 您好. Okay? All right, very good. Now, let's learn about some timings of the day. If you guys remember, the word 早上. Now, don't look at the one on the right side. Okay, just look at the one on the left side. Okay, now let's look at this one. Let's repeat after me first. 早上.
早上.
对，早上. Okay, next one. Let's repeat after me first. 中午.
中
午.
Very good. Now, next one. Let's repeat after me again. 下午.
下午.
And then next one. Repeat after me again. 晚上.
晚
上.
Very good. 晚上. Now, let's look at this thing on the left side. What does it mean? All right. Now, disregard the right side. Just disregard everything beyond this line here. Okay, now let's look at this one. 早上. What does it mean? 早上 means morning. Morning. What do you mean by morning, teacher? It means like literally 7 o'clock until like 11:30, if you want to call it that way. Yes, as long as it's morning, you can use 早上. Okay. Now, next one. 中午 and 下午. If you notice, they are highlighted in the same color. Why? Now, let's look at this one. I'm going to draw something for you guys so that you can see. Right, so what I'm drawing right now is a circle. Can you guys see the circle? Lama, I'm going to like undo the thing. Erase this thing. Now I'm going to draw it again. I'm going to draw it over here so you guys can see it. Change colors. Okay, can you guys see the circle? Okay.
Can.
Right, so now let's look at this circle. Now this circle represents your clock. Right? So you have 12. Your 12 p.m. is usually here, right? 12 p.m., 12 p.m. is usually here, right? At the top. So now, what happens in the morning? Yeah, we're all talking about this morning. This is all in the daytime. Sorry about my writing. Daytime. So when it's AM/PM, because okay, like in this case, the 12 is PM. This is PM. Sorry guys. 12 PM. Okay. Now what happens at 12 PM when it's daylight? This 12 PM, this 12 PM is what we call this word. Okay, this word. That is what we call okay. So there are two types of. One is 中午. One is 上午. 下午. There is a third type, but it's not here. I'm going to explain later. But let's just talk about these two types. Let's start with this one here, 下. What does 下午 means? 下 in itself means down. Wow, this mouse is bad. Okay, down. It means down. Right. This 中 means what? It means mid. Mid. Okay, it means mid. Right. So again, like I said, this 12 is 五. So mid of 五 means 12 o'clock. Okay, so when you see the sun is on top of your head, directly above your head, and you can see that the clock strikes 12 in the middle of the day, then you can use 中. It's flexible. It doesn't mean you can only use it at 12 sharp. You can use it at 11:59. You can use it at 12:05. So long as you deem it midday. So long as you deem it midday. Okay, then you can use 中午. 下午, again, let's look at 下. 下 means down. Okay, 下午 means everything that is below, downwards of, meaning downwards of 12. So everything in the afternoon, you can use 下午. Okay, can understand? All right, now, as I said just now, there is a third 午. What is a third 午? The word is 上午. 上午. Okay. The word 上午, as you can see here, the word 上, yeah, 上. It means 上 means up. So what does it mean? 上午. It means everything upwards of 午, before 午. Everything before 12, you can use the word 上午. Okay, so again, let's repeat. Changing it to different color. All right, so 上午, you can use it in the morning. 中午, you can use it midday. 下午, you can use it in the afternoon. Okay, to describe the time of the day. Okay, now usually people don't really use 上午 as much as compared to maybe they don't really use this one as much as this one. Why? Because verbally, this one is more widely used. 早上. All right, 早上. 早上 means morning. Just remember 早上 means morning. Back to this one. 中午 means midday. 下午 means afternoon. Going back to 晚上. 晚上 means nighttime. Nighttime. Night means nighttime. Okay, can understand? And follow. I'm gonna clear all the drawings now. Okay. All right. Now going back to this board, we have known 早上、中午、下午、晚上. These are all times of the day. 早上 means morning. 中午 means midday. 下午 afternoon. 晚上 is nighttime. Now, remember when we say hello just now? 你好. You just combine with the word 好. 你们好. Combine with the word 好. 您好 also means hello. The same concept, you can just take 早上, the time of the day, you combine it with 好, then you will get good morning. 早上好, good morning. Skipping these two first. 晚上好, good evening. Okay, 早上好, good morning. 晚上好, good evening. Now let's look at this one. If you can see 中午好, 下午好, both means good afternoon. So when do I use which? The answer is you look at the time of the day. If you think that it is midday, you deem it midday, then you can use 中午好. If you think it's too late for you to use 中午好, you can use 下午好. Okay, but the rule of thumb is that usually after 1:30, people don't use 中午 anymore. After 1:30 p.m., it's like the sun is like there already. You won't use 中午 anymore. You can use 下午. Okay, so now let's repeat after me. 早上好.
早上好，
中午好.
中午
中午
好，
好，
下午好.
下
下
午
午
好，
晚上好.
晚上好，
好。
Okay, very good. Now, I already taught you about the time of the day, and I told you guys that when you take the time of the day, you combine it with 好, then you can get good whatever the time of the day. one thing you must note, this is super important, is that the combinations are fixed. Okay? 早上好 means 早上好了. You cannot suddenly say 好早上 or suddenly you want to say 早好上 cannot. Must be 早上好 and it must be the word 早上. Must be the word 早上. Okay? It cannot be any other word. 早上. There is another word you can use, but I'm not going to teach you in this lesson. But just for information, I'll just type it in the chat box. It is the word 上午. Just now I told you guys, right? 上午 in the chat box. Okay. Okay. We can use this one, right? But it cannot go any other way. It must be 早上好 or 上午好. Okay. Same thing goes here. 中午好, 下午好, 晚上好. Must be. Cannot be anything else. All right. Now, why? Why am I emphasizing this? Let's go to the next slide and you will see. Now, aside from saying 早上好, 中午好, 下午好, 晚上好, meaning using 好 to describe good morning, good afternoon, good evening, there is another word you can say good morning, good afternoon to people. You can use another word to say it, and that word is an. Let's repeat after me, guys. An. If you don't remember the word, you can just remember Doraemon song. So an. Okay. Now, how do you use this one? So what you do is you take 早, you combine with an, 早安. Okay, don't repeat after me first. 早安. Then you can take 午安. Then you have 晚安. Okay. Now, do you notice one stark difference or not between 早上好 and 早安? You notice the difference? The difference is that 早上好 there are three words. 早安 there are 2 words. Now, why? 早上好, the combination is like that. It's really fixed. 早上好. How again? What does it mean? It means good, right? 早上 means morning. 早上好. Now, what does an means? An means peace. It means peace. All right. So remember, just remember this way. Okay. So an means peace. You have to be a bit peaceful. So 3 words is not peaceful anymore. 2 words is more peaceful. Just remember that way. So 早安 is 2 words. 早安. So this combination is also fixed. You cannot, do not say 早上安. Do not say that. That is incorrect. Incorrect. Okay? You do not say 中午安. Incorrect as well. You cannot say 下午安. Also incorrect. 晚上安. Incorrect, guys. Incorrect. So when you use an, remember 2 words only. 2 words only. 早安, good morning. 午安, good afternoon. 晚安, good night. Now, before you guys repeat after me first, let me teach you guys one thing. So remember just now we said 晚上好, it means good evening, right? So 晚上好 really means good evening. It doesn't mean good night. Okay, so when you use 晚上好, you use it. Let's say when you're meeting up with your friends at McDonald's for dinner. When you meet your friends, and that time it's like 8 p.m. You look at the clock, it's 8 p.m. When you meet your friends, what do you use? You say 晚上好. You say 晚上好. You do not say 晚安. You do not say 晚安. Why? 晚上好 means good evening. 晚安 means good night. It means you want to go sleep already. So if you meet your friends at McDonald's at 8 p.m. and then you tell people 晚安, people will be like, huh? We just met though. You want to go sleep already. Okay, so 晚安 means good night. So when do you use 晚安 then? First, you go up and meet your friends at McDonald's at 8 p.m. You say 晚上好. Then you chat, you have your food, and then you say goodbye, 再见, and then you go back to sleep. Then before you go to bed, you can text your friend 晚安. Means good night. Okay? So again, if you're even texting your friends 晚上好, at night time, people are just going to assume that you are going to start a conversation because it means good evening. It means good evening. Okay? Understand? Okay, all right, let's repeat after me. 早安.
早安。
午
早
安.
午安。
午安，
晚安.
晚
安。
安，
Very good, guys. Okay, let's do some exercise and we move on to the next chapter. So how do I say hello, teacher?
你好，老师。
你好，老师。
Guys, what did I teach you guys?
您好，老师。
No, 您好. So again, if you learn about 你好, just now the 你 is a subject or not? So here, what is the subject?
老师，
对.
老师
So what
您
is it?
好，
老师好, no need 您好. 老师好. Settle already. 好，Hello students。
学生，
学生。
学生好。
好，very good。学生好 is very good. Now, let's look at the word students or asset. So how? So how?
大家好，
got s. So how do we pluralize a
们
noun?
学生
学
好，
生们，
学
学
学
生
生们好，
们，对，学生们好。Now, hello everyone, all of you. What do I say?
你们好。
大
大家
家好，
你们好，
大
大家好 also can. But let's just use 你们好 for this one. Next one, hello everyone.
大家好，
对，大家好。Who are you?
你是谁？
你是谁？
很好，你是谁？ How do I answer this question?
我是
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 学生，
对，我是学生 also can. Very good, guys. 很好。Alright, next one. Who are they?
他是谁？
they are.
他们，
对，
他们
是
是
们
谁？非常好。Very good, guys. Okay, clearing it all. Moving on to the next one. Right. I am a teacher. How do I do this?
我是
我
老
是
师，
老师，
老师，
对，我是老师，很好。She is Mary.
老
大师，
师
老师
Mary，
是
非常
Mary，
好。They are students.
他们是
他们
学
学生，
他们都
他们
是
是
学生，
对，他们是学生。So it's unlike Malay. Malay you can say dear murid-murid. Okay, dear pelajar. But in Mandarin we have to have the word
是
should.
谁？
Okay, he
是
is not a
学
teacher.
生，
He is not a teacher. What is the word not, guys?
不，
不对，不。So
他
how do I
不
say?
是，
他
他不是老师，
老师，很好。
他不是老师，
I'm not a student.
我不是老，
我
不
不
是
是
学生，
学
我不
学生
是
学
学生，
生，not 学生。
学生，
哎呦
学
，it's
生
Mandarin 啦，guys. It's not some English 学生 no. 我不是学生。OK, try again, guys. 我不是学生。
我
不是学
学
生，
生，
对，很好。Last one. Good night, everyone.
晚
晚
安，
Good night is correct already. 晚安。Then
大
everyone.
家晚安，
对，
大家
很好。大家晚
大家晚
晚
安
安。，
很好，大家晚安。Very good. 很好，very good, guys. Okay, now let's do one round around the class, and then we move on to the next one. Wait, let me see. Okay. Okay, now let's introduce yourself one more round. Except this time around, we can use the word hello. Okay. So again, remember who is our audience? Is it one person?
No,
Is it 2%?
no,
no,
Is it the whole classroom?
the whole
Yes.
classroom.
So what should we use?
大家好，
大家好, or you can use 你们
好，
对，你们好. All right, let's go again. Let me start again now. This time around, let's start. Okay, so let's start. I'll start first, and then we will go by alphabetical order. All right, so I'll see first. Hi, 你们好。你们是谁？我是 Ayesha. Okay, next one. Azila.
你们好，你们说
你
谁
们是谁？
啊？你们是谁？我们阿吉拉，
我们。我是 right？
我是阿吉拉。
好，下一个人 Nazila。
姐姐好，你是谁？我是 Nazila。
很好 Hamada。
大家好，你们是谁？我是蛤蟆的。
很好 OK, next one Hannah Sophia。Hannah Sophia cannot hear you, 听不到。
Is it 你好?
Okay. So we are talking to a whole group of class, right? So should it be 你好?
大家好.
大家.
大家好.
Mm-hmm.
你们是谁?
很好.
我是Hannah.
很好. Okay, 下一个人 Kitty.
大家好，
Mm-hmm.
你们是谁？
Mm-hmm.
我是 Kitty。
Kidam. 来.
Yeah. 大家好。Forgot already.
Okay,
你们是谁？
对，很好。
我是 Kidam。
很好 Kidam. Next one, Nazila.
I'm done, 老师。
Oh, you're done. Sorry. Come on. Okay, Shakira, sorry.
大家好，我是谁？sorry，你是谁？
Got an identity crisis. Okay, 我是。
那你是谁？我是 Shakira。
很好，下一个人上。
大家好。forget. 你们 Shakira.
你们是谁？
你们是谁? Shakira.
You don't have to say. This you just follow me. This one, yeah.
你们谁?
你们是谁？
你们是谁? 那
我
是谁?
我是 Sham。
我是 Sham。
很好，下一个人 Siri。Sorry, it's not Siri. I'm sorry. Yes, come.
大家好。
This one?
大家好。
大家好。
大家好。你们是谁？我是 Agila。
很好，谢谢你 Agila. Sorry, your name is Siri there still. Okay, all right, very good, guys. So go home and then practice your pronunciation for just now. That PowerPoint just now. Okay, let's move on and look at our next lesson. All right, sharing my screen now. Hold on. Where's my screen? Okay. Let me know when you can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes,
Okay, very good. Let's progress. So just now you guys know how to say who you are. Let's learn how to ask someone else for their names. Now the first word, let's repeat after me. 叫。对，叫 means to call or to be called. Okay? Or in other words, we can say panggil or sebut. Now, why is it panggil and sebut? Why is it to call and to be called? Well, 叫 in itself, it means, like you said just now, to call. Okay? To call. Call me Ayesha. 叫我 Ayesha. 叫我 Ayesha. Call me Ayesha. 叫我 Ayesha. Call me Ayesha. Another way to say this, another way to use this word is to say, I call you. Not call as in telephone, but you are at the end of the hall and I'm over here and I want to call you and you are over there at the end of the hall. Meaning I'm shouting for your name. Hey, Ayesha. Then you can use the word 叫. Okay, to call for someone. Let's say you guys have a cat or a dog and then your cat or dog is just hiding somewhere around the house. And then you cannot find your pet. So what happens is that you have to call for the pet's name, right? So you can just say, hello, cat, meow, woof, woof, where are you? Then you can use the word 叫 as well, okay? All right? Now, let's look at the next word. Let's repeat after me. 什么?什么 means what? Means what? Okay? So literally, it can be a question, meaning 什么, like 他是什么? What is he? 他是什么? Remember just now we learned 他是谁? Who is he, right? You can just replace the 谁 with 什么? 他是什么? What is he? Can you replace it with that question notation? Or you can just use it as a question. Just say 什么? Then let's say you cannot hear someone. Usually in English, you say what. So if you want to practice your Mandarin, instead of saying what, you can say just say 什么. You can say the same thing. Okay, 什么 is the same function. All right, next one. Let's repeat after me. 名字.
名字
对，名字. All right, so 名字 means name. So now let's look at the word 名字. The word 名 bears the meaning of name. The bears the meaning name, name, 名 carries the meaning name. Okay, 字 means character. So actually, 名字 means your character name, meaning what is a name that you use usually. All right, so it doesn't ask for your full name, it's just your name. You can literally give that person anything that you deem as a name for yourself. Okay, now let's put this together in a sentence. All right, let's put this together in a sentence. So how do we ask for someone's name using all these words that we learned before? Okay, we say, what's your name? How do we say this? You can say 你叫什么名字？你叫什么名字？ Right? So now let's repeat after me. 你叫什么名字？
你叫什
叫什么
么名字？
名字？
对，你叫什么名字？ Now, emphasis again on the word 叫, the word 叫. So let's look at this. This English means what's your name? English, you can choose to give either your full name or you can choose to give just your nickname or just your name, like one name. Okay. In Mandarin, emphasis on 叫. Remember, what does 叫 means again? It means call, rather call. So 你叫什么名字? In other words, if you directly translate this, it means what name are you called? What name are you called? So in Mandarin, it is more direct. I want the name that you are called. So let's say my name can be a longer name. Let's say my name is Ayesha Ahmad. I'm not obligated to give you my full name, Ayesha Ahmad. I can just say Ayesha, or I can just tell you Shah. 你叫什么名字? Shah. Just reply Shah. Because I just want to be called that. Okay. So again, emphasis on the 叫. Okay? 叫. Right? So how do we reply to this question? This response will be on here. How do we respond to this question? 你叫什么名字? Response is 我叫。有名了。诶，我叫。可以吗 ？Understand? Can I? Understand, guys? Okay, very good. So let me just pick one random person and ask. If that person answers, then we all can move on. So better pray that the person can answer. Okay, now let's try. Okay, Kide?
Yes.
Okay, so 你叫什么名字?
Kide.
Full answer, please.
叫 Kide.
Dengan this subject, where is the subject?
叫 Kide 名字。
我叫
Kide 名字。
no need to say 名字。
我叫 Kide.
我叫 Kide. 很好 very good. So you can just say like that, okay, guys? Right, just one more person for me to test it out. Okay, Shakira.
Yes, 老师。
你叫什么名字？
我叫 Shakira。
我叫
Shakira。
很好 Okay, very good, guys. So that's how you use it, okay? All right, now let's move on. Let's see the next line. Okay, now let's learn this word. Let's repeat after me. 认识。
认识。
认识。认识 means to meet or to know, okay? Or to know. Usually, it tends toward the second one, to know. 认识。认识。Okay, now let's look at the next one. 很 Let's repeat after me. 很 means very, yeah, it means very, okay? Next one. 高兴 Let's repeat after me. 高兴。
高兴。
It means happy. So again, 很 means very much, so you can just combine it with an adjective which is happy. So you can just say very happy. 很高兴 Now let's repeat after me. 很高兴。
很高兴。
对，很高兴 means very happy. Okay? 他很高兴 What does that mean?
Very happy.
他很高兴 What is very happy?
He.
Who?
He.
He. Very good. 他很高兴 is like he is very happy. 我很高兴 what does that mean?
I
I'm
am
very happy.
Agila 很高兴
Agila very happy.
Very good. Agila is very happy. Don't forget the is there. In English,
Sorry.
grammar must be correct also. Now, let's combine this and create a sentence. Let's combine all these things that you can see on the screen, then create a sentence. Now, what sentence could that be? That sentence would be the most famous line you use every time you meet someone, right? Can you see? Happy to meet you. Oh, sorry, it's double E. Meet you. Or, in other words, nice to meet you. Okay, combining it. How do you use that? The sentence structure is a bit weird, but let's look at it. 认识你很高兴。Okay. 认识你很高兴。高兴。Okay, now let's back to me. 认识你很高兴。
认识你很高兴。
很高兴。
很高兴。
So, again, nice to meet you. So, the English starts with nice or happy. The Mandarin does not. The Mandarin starts with the verb. 认识你 and then only the adjective, right? So, verb and then adjective. 认识你很高兴. In other words, you can say, to know you, I am
Very
happy. Okay? So always remember this structure. This is the structure. It does not change. All right? So this is the structure. In other words, it's non-negotiable. Right? So do not tell me 很高兴认识你. You can use it. You can use it. I'm not saying you cannot use it. You can use it, but only in informal setting. Okay. So if you meet someone at a business conference, this is a sentence structure you need to stick to. 认识你很高兴. Okay. Now let's repeat after me again. 认识你很高兴.
认识你很高兴。
Now let's look at this one again. How do you respond to this? Do you guys remember what is the word for to? It's the word yeah. Yeah. Anyone remember this? Okay, so how do you use this yeah? Let's digress and then learn about yeah. How do you use yeah? Very simple. So let's say you are talking about, oh my God, might as well I just take you to the next page. I'm going to copy this, okay, and then take you to the next page. Okay, all drawings, and I'll take you to the next page. Okay, hold on. Sorry, stuck here. Okay, I cannot. Let's go to the word yeah. Okay. Now again, let's look at this yeah. Yeah means to. So if you want to say I am a student, how do you say I am a student? Sahaja, only. I am a student. How do you say that?
我是学生。
我是学生 not 书生 try again. 我是学生。
我是学生。
对，很好。Now, in English, you will say I am a student. To, your to is at the back, right? No. In Mandarin, no. In Mandarin, you put the to behind the subject. So what is the subject in this sentence? I. So, 我 you put the to behind it. 我也是学生. Okay, understand? 我也是学生. So let's try this. Let's put a 也 behind my sentence. Let me tell you this sentence. Let me just write it down so you guys can see it. Okay. 我是老师. How do I make it a two sentence? I am also
老师.
对，我也是老师。OK， 很好，我也是老师。OK, so let's try one more. 他是同事。Let's change it into a two sentence.
他也是同事。
他也是。
他也是。
对，很好。So again, yeah, you put it at the back of the subject. Now, let's look again at the sentence I was just teaching you about. 认识你 很高兴. Now, let's convert this into a two sentence. So look at this. 认识你很高兴. Let's look at this. 认识你很高兴. Changing it into a two sentence. Two sentence. How do we put it? Where do we know where to put two? First of all, look at this sentence. 认识你很高兴. Where is the subject? The subject is actually here. It's hidden. It's hidden. Oh, sorry, it's not here. It's here. I got that. Okay, the 认识你 to know you, I am very happy. Is for it's hidden. So what is the subject? The true subject is 我. 你 acts as a noun because it's the second subject. The primary subject is 我. I am happy, right? Why would I know if you're happy or not? I know that I am happy. I don't know if you're happy. Right? So there is a hidden 我 here. So now let's convert this into a two sentence. How do we do that?
我也
认识你
认识你也很高兴。
也很高兴，对，非常好。You can see this. 认识你也很高兴。But if you want to make it more proper, the subject. Okay, so this is the sentence. 认识你我也很高兴。Okay, so again, how do you read this sentence? Don't get confused by it. It's literally to know you. I am also very happy. Okay? Can? Can, huh? Okay, now let's repeat after me this sentence. 认识你，我也很高兴。
认识你，
认识你，我也
很
很
高
高
兴。
兴。
非常好 very good. All right, now, since you guys understand already, we can move on to the next page. Let's look at this dialogue. So I want to nominate two students to read this one out loud. So let me see who I can nominate here. Let's see. Hamada, 可以吗? Can or not? Hamada? Okay. And Azila, can you? Can Azila?
Can.
Okay, very good. So Hamada, you are B. Azila, you are A. Okay, look. So when you guys read this one, so make sure your intonation is correct. Okay. So the rest, try to listen and see whether you guys can understand what you're saying or not. Try to not look at the screen so much. Let's practice your listening skills. Remember, everyone here is more or less at the same level. So let's learn to listen and let's learn to speak as well. Okay, guys, let's start. Azila, Hamada.
你好，你叫什么名字？
名字 Let's try again. 名字。
你好，你叫什么名字？名字。
对，名字。
名字。
对，很好。Okay, next one. Hamada.
您好，我叫 Michael。你叫什么名字？
我叫 Farah。
Farah， 认识你很高兴。
Try again. 认识你。
Farah， 认识你很高兴。
认识您，我也很高兴。
很好 ，very good. Thank you. 谢谢你 Azila， 谢谢你 Hamada， 很好。So guys, did you guys manage to understand what they're trying to say? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. So that's what we do in this class, okay? So when other people speak, we try to listen, see whether we can understand. If you do not understand, tag it out. It's okay. You're not shaming the person. You're saying, I don't understand. Maybe it's your listening skills. Maybe it's that person's pronunciation. But either way, we are all learning. Okay, all right. So now let's look at this conversation. Very simple conversation of getting to know each other. 你好，你叫什么名字? Again, repeat after me, guys. 名字。
名字。
One more time, guys. 名字。
名字。
对，很好，名字啊。Don't be afraid to enunciate when it comes to Mandarin. Okay, 您好，我叫 Michael. Notice or not, this person say 你好. This person replies with a 您好. Why? Because B thinks he should be respectful to A. That's why he uses the word 您好. Okay? 你叫什么名字？我叫 Farah。Farah 认识您，认识你很高兴，认识您我也很高兴 because I think Farah feels like she should be respectful to be. Alright, so obviously you can replace this 你叫什么名字 with 你是谁。You can. Nobody's saying you cannot. What's the difference? You sound a bit more rude. So it's like you are meeting someone new and then you immediately ask, who are you? Why are you saying hi to me? So it carries a bit of a ruder tone. It's not rude if you use it in the correct tone, but it does carry a bit slightly more rude tone compared to 你叫什么名字. Okay, so when you are meeting someone for the first time, you can use the word 你 use the sentence 你叫什么名字. Alright, if you want to use 你是谁, go ahead, but your tone must sound polite. You cannot say 你是谁. You cannot do that. You have to say 你是谁, or you can do it with a smiley face. 你是谁? Like that. Alright? Okay, so that's the end of our lesson today. Alright, guys? Good class, guys.